We bring you coverage of non-conference high school basketball in Haddon Township. We're at the George Mayer Gymnasium in Haddon Township, New Jersey, and it's all on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Good morning, everyone. Colin Morris, that is the excellent Damian Waiters with me today, and the man behind everything, Mr. Dan Wilkins. And Damian, we're excited to be here this morning. It's Haddon Township and Schalick, and we'll talk about Schalick quickly first. Sitting at 5-5, they're exceeding expectations in 2026 so far, and obviously it's been kind of getting that return to the dynasty they had back in 2015. Was their last season over 500 when they lost in the Group 1 final, and sitting at 5-5, it's where they want to be.
Absolutely, Colin. I mean, you know, to let up 188 points in the first two games of the season, it's definitely a little bit of demoralizing for the Schalick Cougars, but sitting at 5-5 right now, you know, the first 10 games of the season, it's definitely where they want to be. And, you know, to not be over 500 in the past, you know, almost a decade coming up now, it'll bring you down a little bit as a basketball team and as a program for Schalick, but they're building themselves back up. They've got a lot of good key wins, and they're looking to get a key win tonight over a 10-win team in Haddon.
And that's right what I was getting to. The Haddon Township Hawks sitting at 10-2 entering the morning. It's a team that lost in the Group 1 final last year, but they're already back in the 10-win column in 2026. So they're just looking to progress and get back to where they were last year. They had 21 wins then.
Yeah, 21-10, obviously, in 2024-2025 season. Lost to Woodbury in the sectional championship round. But they're building themselves back up. They got a lot of good guys on their team, a lot of key seniors. They really need to key in on scoring tonight. They'll be able to do it over Schalick, but Schalick's coming. I believe that these Cougars, they'll be really able to come in here and play hard tonight.
Well, we're excited to get going on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. It's the Schalick Cougars and the Haddon Township Hawks in Haddon Township when we come back.
Number 3, Sherrod Jones. Number 20, Orion Baldwin. Number 5, Dylan Sheehan. Number 31, Julian Dickerson. Salute this symbol of freedom.
That's pretty sweet from Haddon Township High School out here in Westmont, New Jersey. Excellent non-conference high school basketball for you today on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Once again, Colin Morris, Damian Waiters, Dan Wilkins himself on the crew this morning. The cool light ceremony for the Hawks for their introductions. That's pretty sweet. Schalick coming into here.
That was nice, yeah. That was really nice. I haven't seen. You don't see too many teams that turn
Right.
out the lights for their introductions. I know Pensgrove does it as
Yeah.
well, but you don't see too many teams that would do that. That was really nice.
Good stuff from Haddon Township. I have not been here for a basketball game, so I've never seen that. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool for us. I know Dan, he's been all around the world. So.
Absolutely, and then some.
We're getting ready for tip-off here in Haddon Township. Once again on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, thanks for joining us. We'll see who's taking the tip for each squad. It looks like it's going to be Dylan Sheehan for the Schalick Cougars, and it's going to be Nate Keating for the Haddon Township Hawks. And we're ready to go. Here's the tip, and it's won by Keating. Right out to Sheehan on the Haddon Township side, taken up by Black on the far side. Peter Black, we saw him against Audubon just a couple weeks ago. He had an excellent performance in that one. Now back up top to Keating. Keating around at Crawford. Crawford back up top. Sheehan thought about it. Now he's going to let along two go and got it. Iman Sheehan, the senior guard, gets his first points to go of the night with 7:30. Haddon Township goes up first. Now it's Jones back up top to Baldwin. Baldwin around to Dickerson, and now a three here from Malcolm, and it's no good.
Yeah, both teams trying to get into that little half-court set, and it'll be something to highlight here early on, especially for Haddon Township. That's where the main part of their scoring really is, in the half-court. They're not too much of an up-tempo team. They can run in transition, but they will set you up and try to get something working.
Keating looks to go to work, now kicks out to Crawford. Crawford going to work on Sheehan, will put it up, and a travel on Haddon Township. It'll go the Cougars' way to start the first turnover of the night. That'll be inbounded to Dickerson. Dickerson across to Jones. Jones looking to go to work. It's going to be a three, and it's no good. Off the backboard, he gets his own rebound. Jones, good pass inside, but intercepted by Crawford. Coming back the other way for the Haddon Township Hawks. Crawford was looking for Black, now swings to the middle. Now over to Sheehan. Sheehan to Black. Black thought about it, working on Dixon. Black on the far side, looking to make a move. Good pass in the middle from Black. Kicks it out to Crawford in the corner. Crawford to Keating. Keating's got to look to go to work again. I'll put it up and got it.
You can tell how much practice really works out in basketball, of course. You know, Allen Iverson wouldn't think that way. But Haddon Township made a lot of these passes. They seem pretty timed.
That was Nate Keating, the senior guard, on the two. Now kicks it out to Baldwin. Now over to Jones. Jones looking to go to work. There's Sheehan, intercepted by Sheehan himself and taken up. Here comes Moore. Axel Moore over to Keating again. He'll look to go put it up against the backboard, and
they called a jump ball.
And they will. And it's going to go Schalick's way. He got it stuck kind of on the bottom of the board there.
Yeah.
But Schalick will take over.
I was wondering what was going on down there.
Taken up by Dickerson. Dickerson over to Baldwin. Baldwin in the corner to Malcolm. And Malcolm with the travel. And Haddon Township forces yet another turnover early on. They're up by 4 with 6:44 to go. Black will inbound. Sheehan will take it up. In our overtime JV game we just saw before this, it was Thomas Sheehan, the younger brother of Eamon. Now in the corner, Moore's going to let a three fly and got it. Axel Moore knocks down his first three of the night, and Haddon Township's gone up by 7 with just over 6 minutes in the first quarter.
It's been one thing for playing against these Hawks. The game can run away from you quickly.
That ball's knocked away. It's Keating again. Keating 5 steals, a block on the year. 9 double-digit games for Nate Keating. We saw him score once already tonight. He's participated in each of the 12 games so far. They're going to kick it out to Cade. Long three, no good. It was long two, and rebounded by Crawford. Crawford and Black combined for the rebound on that one. Just over 6 minutes to go. Crawford will swing it over to Keating. Keating up to Black. Black looking to go to work in the paint. Black nearly intercepted. Now gets it to Crawford. Now to Sheehan, who thought about it. Now back to Black. Black's going to work in the paint. Black going up, no good. Taking it down, Schalick. Here's Baldwin. Baldwin on the near side, covered by Black, closely across to Dickerson. Here's Baldwin. Back up top, Haddon Township with a strong defense, 4:30 to go. 7-point Hawks lead to start.
Things can get suffocating for Schalick, but they'll try to get into their set. They're looking to move the ball around heavily.
Baldwin long two, no good, and Schalick still searching for their first points. Now here comes Moore. Axel Moore just knocked down the three. He lost the ball for a moment, and is picked up by Dylan Sheehan on the other side. Taken up by Baldwin. Dickerson, the freshman. Now to Jones, now over back to Dickerson. Dickerson looking to go to work on Sheehan, and does, and Schalick's finally on the board. They get their first two.
Why would you not depend on Dickerson? Has a good handle on the dribble drive right there, able to get the runner to go on the board here for Schalick.
Dickerson's been very impressive in just his freshman year at Schalick. Here's Peter Black. Working on him is Sherrod Jones. Now over to Crawford. Crawford on the near side, looking to go to work on Dickerson. Crawford stuck. Now back to Axel Moore. Moore looking to go to work. He'll kick it out. Crawford a three in the corner. It's no good. In and out. Looking for a rebound, and Schalick does get it. It was Dylan Sheehan for them. Their leading rebounder for the Cougars in 2025-26. Now over to Sheehan. Sheehan. Over to Dickerson. Dickerson to Baldwin. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Baldwin out to Dickerson's going to let a three fly. It's no good. Rebounded Crawford. Crawford, good pass. Up to Keating. He'll put it up and good. Great ball movement from the Haddon Township Hawks. A timeout on the floor with 2:49, and we're going to step aside. It's Schalick and Haddon Township with a 7-point lead. 2:49 to go. We'll be back. As we welcome you back to Haddon Township High School, the Hawks have a 7-point lead, and Nate Keating we saw with the 2 at the end of that break. He already has 4 today. He has 9 double-digit games this year. He's played in all 12, a double-double versus Gateway on the 7th, and back on December 29th against Palmyra. So very impressive stuff from Keating, and now Schalick's looking to respond with 2:45 to go. Covered closely by Sheehan. There's Baldwin looking to put it up, no good. It's off of Keating, and they're going to say it's Haddon Township ball. So,
yeah, Keating, 81 rebounds, leading the team in rebounds currently on the season. He's really been able to do his part down low, as probably one of the bigger players on this team. You know, you kind of looked at Axel Moore. Moore able to do it all. He also plays forward on this team.
And Keating really been doing it all as well. Just like you said, he's the leading point scorer in 2026 as well. They're going to kick it out to Chase Perrone, who just checked in for the Hawks. Now to Crawford. Crawford up top, looking for Perrone. It's nearly intercepted. Perrone got it back. Perrone going to look to take it in himself. He does. Chase Perrone checking in, making his presence felt early. It's 2 for Haddon Township. They're up by 9.
Off the bench and onto the scorecard for Perrone right there. That was a great ball fake, able to get to the basket.
On the far side is Malcolm. Malcolm looking to work. He'll throw it up. It's no good. Rebounded by Axel Moore. Surrounded quickly by Dickerson. There's Malcolm back there. Good pass up top. Crawford slowing it down for the Hawks. Looking for Keating. It's a good pass on the inside. And Nate Keating going to work, the senior, up to 6 points already with just under 1:30 to go. Haddon Township's breaking out in the first quarter.
If you're Schalick, the defense has to be a little bit better on the baseline as Dickerson hits.
Dickerson comes back with a 2 of his own. Schalick looking to get anything going. The Hawks, a 10-win team already in 2026, looking to pick up another on a Saturday morning game. 1 minute exactly to go. Over to Crawford. He thought about it. Now to Moore. Moore's going to let one go. It got tipped, and they're going to get him for the foul. So he'll get 3 at the line. 59.5 to go, and Haddon Township continuing to produce their own luck. They're up by 9 right now.
You know, the big thing, Colin, about drawing those 3-point shot fouls, especially when you're coming off of screens, is you got to be able to hold that follow through. You know, even if you see a defender chasing you to the 3-point line, you got to be able to go up strong, and that's really why I believe Axel Moore was able to get that foul right there.
Axel Moore, 14 for 21, make it 15 for 22, and now 16 for 23 in 2026.
Doing his part at the free throw stripe for Township. It's a very important part of the game.
Entered the game with a 70% free throw percentage, Moore's 3rd shot, and it's good. He knocks down all 3. So with just under a minute, Haddon Township with a 16-4 lead. Here comes Baldwin. Baldwin's going to let a 3 fly. It's no good off the glass. Rebounded by Keating. Here comes Moore again. Moore over to Sheehan, now back to Moore, no good. He got his own rebound, tearing it down himself, putting it back up. He got it to go and one. Axel Moore going to work in the first quarter. He gets the and one, and with 41 seconds to go, Haddon Township keeping it going.
And Colin, that's actually a little bit what I was talking about. Axel Moore just able to do it all for this basketball team. You know, Patty McNamara and these Hawks, they really love to use Moore on the outside and the perimeter when they get this ball movement in the half-court set. But he's able to be down low, play a little bit of the big for Haddon Township, and get those hard rebounds and hard baskets.
And that's excellently said. Black will check back in for Haddon Township. We talked about him pregame, averaging 12 this year, 3 rebounds, about a assist and a half per game. In his last game against Collingswood, when they picked up a dominating win, he had 16. Now here's Dickerson. Dickerson out. Bolivar over to Dickerson. Dickerson to Sheehan. Sheehan thought about it. Now the ball went up top, covered by Perrone. Perrone off the bench. He got the start against Audubon. Last time we saw him on DWB. Sheehan's going to let a 3 fly. It's no good. And rebounded by, guess who? Moore. Moore taking it up on the far side. Black to his right, Perrone to his left. He chooses Perrone. Perrone looking to get something going. He's going to let a 3 fly with 1 second to go in the quarter. And it doesn't go. It's the rebound by Willoughby for Schalick and Haddon Township with a 19 spot in the first quarter. They take the lead heading to the second. We'll step aside. You're watching Schalick and Haddon Township on DWB. Welcome you back to Haddon Township. The Hawks are taking on the Cougars of Schalick in a Saturday morning game. You're watching Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, Colin Morris, Damian Waiters on the call with you this morning. Thanks for joining us. A 19-4 Hawks lead to open. And 24 minutes left of high school basketball on this Saturday morning production. Over to Black. Peter Black, obviously one of those significant players on this Haddon Township team. Going up for it was R.J. Miller, and it's blocked. He checked in for the Hawks. It was blocked by Wallaby. Now to Sheehan. Sheehan up top to Baldwin. Excuse me, Dickerson. Dickerson looking to go to work on Black. Now Dickerson back out to Baldwin there. Up top, the Cougars will reset. Dickerson's a leading scorer for Schalick, trying to get anything going for the Cougars so far. He gets it over to Sheehan. Sheehan, nothing in the paint. Baldwin's going to look to do it himself. Now back out. Dickerson's going to let a long three go. It's no good. Too much. And rebounded by Wallaby. Wallaby looking to go up, and it's off of Moore and out of bounds on Haddon Township.
These shots by Schalick, they aren't too much off. They aren't too much off target. But Dickerson's three right there, and he's been roaming the perimeter a little bit, just trying to kind of find that three-point shot. But it's important what he's doing. If Schalick wants any try to get back into this one, that they have to score heavily here in the second quarter.
Baldwin will stay with it and avoids the backcourt. Good effort there, Orion Baldwin. Now up top, Volivar. Over to Baldwin. Baldwin covered by Perrone. Perrone, the first guy off the bench for the Hawks. Now it's Sheehan's going to look to go to work. Sheehan will kick it out. It's intercepted by Perrone, and here goes Perrone. On the near side, it was a 3v1, so now he settles down. It's nearly taken away by Baldwin. Gets kicked back out to Black. Black up top, Crawford. There's Moore. Moore just dominated the first quarter for the Hawks, trying to get anything going. Now Crawford's going to let a three go. It's good. Haddon Township keeping it going. Sean Crawford knocking down his first three of the night.
I'll tell you what, that jump shot was pretty by Crawford. When you're able to just get a relaxed three, open shot, not too many defenders around you, it's really beautiful.
Here's Schalick. It's Baldwin up top. Baldwin, Dickerson's going to let a three go. Finally, too much, no good. And there was Sheehan grabbing the back of Moore, and it'll be a foul on Schalick. It will go to Sheehan, number 5. It's his second. And with 6:12 to go, the Hawks will look to extend their 18-point lead so far.
You know, if you're Schalick here, you've been a little bit just shell shocked a little. You have to get something going on offense, of course. And shots have been open. They haven't really been falling too much for the Cougars, but they've been open. But you know, defense, Colin, it's going to be a big part. It's going to be a big part of these Cougars if they want to look competitive in this basketball game.
And Axel Moore gets another 2 to go right there. It's a 20-point open for the Haddon Township Hawks. Up top for Jones. Jones in the paint. Volivar now Jones. Just nothing doing in the paint for Schalick. Volivar's going to let a three go. It's off the front iron, no good. And the rebound by Dickerson. Dickerson getting one to go. He can't. And rebounded by Miller. Miller up top to Black. Nearly got the referee in the way. Here's Black looking to go to work in the paint. He'll put it up. Good pass to Crawford. Peter Black going to work. One of those just present felt players for the Hawks. He might not be putting up the greatest stats in terms of points in the world, but he's their guy over at Haddon Township, and he gets it done there. Shot no good
Looked like Jones wanted the bank three.
by Jones. Exactly. Moore trying to get down there and try to keep it in. It goes right to Jones. And here comes Schalick. Sherrod Jones on the near side, waiting for his guys to get down. It's Baldwin. Baldwin back to Jones. Jones to Volivar. Jace Volivar, the first time we've seen him this year. For Schalick. Here's Baldwin looking to go to work, trying to get anything going. No foul call. Baldwin trying to get on it, and I believe a timeout there by Schalick. With 4:37 to go, Haddon Township a 26-4 lead. And we talked about Julian Dickerson. He's averaging almost 14.5 points this year, but so far, Dame, nothing doing for the Schalick Cougars.
Yeah, it's kind of almost like there's a little bit of a cover on the net for Schalick. You know, they're taking a lot of threes, and the threes have been open. They definitely have the ability to shoot from that deep. It just hasn't been falling. I think that they need to get four more into the paint. A lot of semi-circle shots really work well for a lot of good basketball teams, and if they're able to just get there and attack that, they need to attack the zone that Haddon Township is running heavily.
And that's what it might have to be for Coach Turner over on the Schalick side. It might have to just be more drawn-up plays, more strategy against a tough Haddon Township team. We talked about it before we were on air. Haddon Township, they're not going to have a lot of big guys. They're not going to have a lot of guys throwing down dunks like you might see at your Paul VI or Group 4 schools. But Haddon Township, they're just gritty, and that's how they're a 10-win team. They're well-coached, and they get it done.
It's very well coached, and you can see that in almost every single game that they play, win or lose. Patty McNamara's group of young guys on this basketball team for Haddon Township, very, very well coached and disciplined.
Jones looking to go to work. It's blocked in the paint by Keening and rebounded by Perrone. Perrone over to Sheehan. He'll take it up. Iman Sheehan looking to go to work on Dixon.
Just look how. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Colin. Though. I'm just they're trying to move really, really slow, and it's just that was a good steal right there for Schalick. That was a good steal in a bucket right there. But just if you see that this Haddon Township offense, they're trying to move really, really slow and methodical.
Yeah, and that's not usually their game. It's usually fast-paced. They're trying to slow it down here. Julian Dickerson got the takeaway. Got the takeaway there, and that one was punched out from Black by Baldwin. It will stay Haddon Township ball. Sheehan's going to inbound. Jones covering. Now over to Keening, looking to go to work. He'll kick it out as he falls over. Crawford hesitated. Now will let a three go. It's no good, front iron, and kicks back out to Perrone. Perrone a long two, trying to get it to go, and does. Chase Perrone getting one to go. That first guy off the bench for the Hawks, and he gets one to go with under 4 minutes in the second. It's 28-6.
That was a beautiful jumper. You can really see when Haddon Township, when they're able to get inside of the perimeter and take those two-point shots and not hesitate, it works dividends.
Volivar long two, no good. Rebounded by Sheehan. Sheehan up top. Crawford looking to put it up and does.
Beautiful pass.
Haddon Township keeping it going. A 26-point lead to start. 24-point lead to start. 3:10 to go until halftime. Up top to Jones. Schalick looking to get anything going. Jones going to put up a two and finally got one to go. Sherrod Jones, the senior, gets one to go with under 3 minutes. Schalick finally puts up their first points of the second quarter.
Absolutely, Sherrod Jones. That was a good two-point shot right there, just along the baseline for Jones. He's going to need to have a big game, obviously, as a senior, much of a leader on this basketball team.
There's Crawford. It doesn't get easier than that. And oh, he didn't complete the layup. It's rebounded by Volivar and taken up here by Dickerson. Dickerson looking to get something going. Out to Baldwin. Baldwin a three. It's no good off the back iron. There was Black there. It got kicked out right to Baldwin and then taken away by Keening. Here comes Keening. Guarded by Dickerson. He'll put it up. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Baldwin and then punched out by Sheehan. And will be white ball. It'll go back Schalick's way.
Good back and forth there as Axel Moore checks back into the game. That was a good back and forth there for Schalick. They're down 30-8, but I really don't believe that this score really represents how hard they're playing and how hard they've stepped up on the defensive side here in the second quarter.
Haddon Township's been putting them up. Schalick, 2 straight stops on defense, though, trying to get anything going for the Cougars. It's Jones on the far side. Jones letting something to develop, was looking for Dickerson, now to Baldwin. Baldwin and Dickerson kind of holding down the offense so far, but there's Sheehan. Sheehan of Oliver. He's going to let a three go. It's not enough power on that one, and rebounded by Crawford. Taken up by Sheehan. Sheehan across. It's nearly intercepted by the other Sheehan on the other side. That's Dylan for Schalick. And will be inbounded by Iman Sheehan. A lot of Sheehans here in Haddon Township this morning. That one's kicked out to Moore. Moore thought about it. Now just going to go to work in the paint. Good pass in the middle to Nate Keening, Gets one to go, and Haddon Township extends their lead.
The thing about Haddon Township so far, especially in this first half, but just the way that they play basketball, the bounce pass works amazingly for this basketball team, and the backdoor cut.
Nothing doing for Schalick in the paint, and right on cue, it's taken away by Keating. Keating up top to Black. Black looking for his first points, and got him. Long two. Peter Black gets one to go. We saw his hot performance in Audubon. He came out firing in the first week of the year. He finally gets his first ones of the morning with just over 1 minute to go. Jones looking to go to work. Puts it up, no good on the air ball. And rebounded by Crawford. Crawford back up to Black. Right on cue. Black will put it up. The foul nearly got it to go for the and one, but with under a minute now in first half coverage, Peter Black will go to the line for the first time this morning.
The one thing about Peter Black and this basketball team, Peter Black, if he sees a shot go off of the rim and he sees one of his big forwards getting already close to that rebound, he's already running in transition. You know, he's not looking to waste any time, and he really speeds up the offense for Haddon Township.
Black's first free throw is no good. He's 11 for 16 on the 2026 campaign, 73% heading into the day.
Just being able to get that ball down the court and that amount of time, in such a short amount of time, so important.
Black hits its second, and as we've been talking about, 16 points, a career high for Black against Audubon back on the 18th of December. 8 rebounds against Lindenwold just a few weeks ago on the 9th. Now there's Jones up top. Baldwin looking to get something going on Miller. Back up top.
They got to go. They got less than 40 seconds.
38 to be exact. Dickerson looking to go to work. Now Baldwin. Baldwin nearly pickpocketed by Miller. Now here goes Baldwin to go to work. Dickerson on the far side. Back up to Baldwin. He thought about it. Guarded by R.J. Miller tightly. Haddon Township, strong defense. Sheehan right there for the Cougars, though. Gets it out to Jones. Jones puts it up. No good. Rebounded Crawford. And Haddon Township continues to just play brick wall defense. Now that one out to Sheehan. He's going to let a three go and got it with 3 seconds to go in the half. And Schalick will just take it to halftime. A dominating first half performance for the Hawks. And they'll take a 38-8 lead into the locker room.
It was absolutely just. I'm sorry. I was just like the completely domination. It kind of had me a little lost for words right there by Haddon Township. But just the way that they're able to run in transition, it's really been beautiful. I mean, Nate Keating had a really good start defensively down low, able to pull a lot of defensive rebounds off of the glass, and talk about Axel Moore on the offensive side. Really coming off the screens, setting screens as well. Just playing all around a good basketball here for Haddon Township.
And we're excited for second half coverage. It's a 30-point lead for Haddon Township going into halftime. You're watching non-conference high school basketball, and Dan Wilkins will be back with second half coverage in just a few moments.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. It is the responsibility of all of us to make sure that our friends, family, and anybody who we hold dear in our lives is feeling well. The problem with spotting mental health issues is that the symptoms aren't that obvious. Just because someone is okay or appears okay on the outside doesn't mean that they're okay on the inside. It's important that if they are in distress, that they call the right people and they get the help that they need. And it is very important that we treat each other with respect, regardless of who you are or where you come from. But it is just as important that we treat ourselves with respect, regardless of the situation going on in our lives. If you're in distress, you can call this number, 988, or you can visit any of these websites if you're not in distress but would like to learn more information about mental health awareness and research.
Book Dog Pro Wrestling for your next event or outing for the greatest action that New Jersey Pro Wrestling has to offer. Any place, any time, any setting, Dog Pro Wrestling will bring the action to you, and you won't want to miss it for moments like this. But don't just take it from me. Take it from Max Mundo, the Dog Pro Wrestling ambassador.
This is Max Mundo with Dog Pro Wrestling. Are you a civic organization, sporting club looking to fundraise? Then look no further to Dog Pro Wrestling. We do grand openings, corporate events, and much more.
And why not from some of the wrestling talent themselves?
I'm Vinny the Fixer, and I'm the champion of Dog Professional Wrestling. If you want to book the best, come see us. We're the cream of the crop. We'll come to any fundraiser you can think of. Just name the place and we'll show up.
This is the upstanding Dylan Mesh, and for the entirety of my professional wrestling career, dog wrestling has been a mainstay for where I like to wrestle. So you can believe me when I say that it is quality. And I'm upstanding. I'm the only opinion you need.
Yeah! It's your boy Gabriel Hodder here with my man Matthew Oman, and if you want your events to be all fight, no flight,
then book Dog Wrestling so you can witness true primal fear. Woo!
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
And we welcome you back to Haddon Township High School, the home of the Hawks, as we take a look at their brand new football turf, implemented over Thanksgiving break in 2025. That's a pretty sight right there with the snow as well. Haddon Township has a 38-8 lead. You're watching non-conference high school basketball on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Colin Moore's Damian Waiters with you. This broadcast is presented by Harper's Driving School. Over 90% of students to take their New Jersey State driving test with Harper pass on the first attempt. Book an appointment today at 614 Lambs Road, Suite 4 of the Total Turf Complex. Thanks for joining us again. We have 16 minutes of regulation left at Haddon Township. The Hawks, a big-time lead into halftime. And Damian, Schalick's going to have to change some things. They're going to have to come out of the locker room and change a couple things to get something going in the second half.
Yeah, Colin, they definitely are. And you saw them kind of switch. We probably want to say the last 5 minutes of the first half. You saw them kind of switch up their defenses a little bit. They switched. They played man-to-man, I want to say, for the first probably quarter and a half of the game. And the last half of the second half, they switched up to a 2-3 zone, and the last couple of possessions on defense, they switched back to a 3-2. So they're really looking to find some of their defensive sets and just to see what works to stop this heavy onslaught of the Haddon Township offense.
And that's what it's going to have to be. Sherrod Jones is going to inbound on the near side. Dickerson will be guarded by Sheehan. Now over to Baldwin. Baldwin looking for something to develop. Now Dickerson on the top. It's nearly taken away by Sheehan, and now a foul on Dylan Sheehan. Excuse me, Iman Sheehan. A lot of Sheehans, as I said, in Haddon Township. You have Iman, and then you have his younger brother Thomas on the bench, and then Dylan on the other side for the Cougars. And both of them were number 5. We were joking about it before we came on air. 7:45 to go in the third quarter, taken up by Dickerson. The fake to Baldwin. Now Baldwin is just knocked away by his own teammate. Here comes Black bringing it up. He'll put it up. He couldn't get it to go. Black got his own rebound. He's guarded by Sheehan. Black trying to get anything going. Guarded by Baldwin as well. And now back up top to Iman Sheehan. Now to Crawford. Crawford. Good move on Dickerson. Crawford wants to go put it up. Looking for Sheehan in the paint. Now to Black at the free throw line, and a foul on Orion Baldwin.
Baldwin tried to get the back tap steal, but if you look on the last offensive possession for Dickerson, a lot of these, what could you call it? Maybe a dribble and just stop handoffs. That was an easy bounce pass down low. A lot of these dribble handoffs that Schalick are doing, when you pick up the ball after your dribble, it's really, really hard to get out of that trap.
That was Axel Moore again, having an excellent game. He had 16 against Collingswood and 2 rebounds as that ball's turned over. Here comes Sheehan. He'll put it up, no good. Off the front of the rim, it's Moore on the rebound. Moore all the way around. Peter Black looked to let one go, thought about it again. Now back up top. Crawford in the paint, nearly batted away by Baldwin. Good pass to Sheehan, who finishes under the net with 6:40. Haddon Township continuing to extend their big-time lead.
I tried to highlight it in the break. Schalick has to get back on the baseline. Those bounce passes, with players coming in from the corner for Haddon Township, it's really been a good part of their offense.
There's a shot from Jones. It's no good. Rebounded by Crawford. Here comes Sean Crawford. Crawford to Moore. He got 2 guys jumping and a foul. Nearly got it to go. He had everyone leaving their feet on that one. That was 6-16. Moore will go back to the line.
It really pays you a lot to play with patience, and that's just something that Haddon Township has had no problem doing. And I mean every player, Nate Keating, Sean Crawford, Peter Black, there's just a lot of patience. Nobody's looking to force any pass. Nobody's definitely not looking to force any shot. A lot of these teams, Haddon Township can shoot a lot of their players can shoot the lights out of the gym. That's the word I was looking for. But you can see once they get into the basketball game after warm-ups, it's strictly business, and it's strictly good basketball.
Moore knocked down his first. His second is also good. And Haddon Township just continuing to extend their lead. It's a 44-8 game. Just over 6 minutes to go. Here comes Dickerson working on Sheehan again. Dickerson, it's batted away. Sheehan going up for it. Over 2 guys, and now Dylan Sheehan comes away with it, puts it up, no good, and the rebound by Cade Malcolm and puts it back for Schalick. Finally getting something to go in the second half, but here comes Crawford right away to Moore. It's nearly turned over, and then it's kicked back out to Black. Black kicks it out. Crawford, good pass in the corner for three, and good. And Haddon Township just doing what they do, just continuing with the good ball movement. The Hawks with a 37-point lead.
That was something that I couldn't. You really highlighted what I wanted to highlight, Colin. Just a great pass in the cross court by Peter Black, and here he comes again. Oh, another great pass.
Moore unable to finish there. It's knocked away by Schalick. Moore will put it back up. No foul. Rebound, Malcolm. And taking it up is Baldwin. Checking in there was Wallaby again. Baldwin will put it up and good. And the clock will continue to run now because of the 35-point lead cap there. So it won't stop for the rest of the second half. Now here's a three for Haddon Township. No good. That was Keening, who lost his undershirt and now puts it back up, is Crawford. So Haddon Township continuing to go to work. Perone getting ready to check in for the Hawks. It's Wallaby in the corner. Just no movement from the Cougars right now. Now here's Baldwin finally coming around. Baldwin step back, nothing. Now to Wallaby, swinging around to Dixon. Dixon will put it up and got the roll. So Dickerson, finally getting something going for the Cougars. That one's up to Black right away. He thought about the three. Now just going to take it home, trying to get it all the way around. It's intercepted by Dixon, but he stepped on the line.
The one thing about Haddon Township, Colin, they do play very unselfish basketball, but sometimes in the game of basketball, that extra pass can lead to a turnover. And the good thing about these Hawks, and Patty McNamara definitely tries to emphasize a lot, it's good to, even when those extra passes may lead to one or two turnovers, that you continue to use the extra pass, because nine times out of 10, it's going to be the better shot.
There's Moore up top. He'll reset for the Hawks. Sheehan. Over to Miller. Now there's Moore. And got it to go. Axel Moore continuing to just work in the paint, building off his 16-point game against Collingswood. He has 42-point mates coming into the year, but just continuing to dominate against Schalick today. This is going to end up being a crushing defeat against the Cougars. Good fake by Dickerson. He'll put the two up, and it's no good. Couldn't even get it to the rim.
You can see the hesitation on the shot. It's just, it really, really takes away, even that little hitch, it really takes away. It really takes away from you being able to get that follow through on the jumper.
Sheehan to Miller. Miller's going to let one go. It's no good. And Miller getting Sheehan getting the rebound. Miller was right there. Is he going to try again? No, he won't. But now to Perone. Perone in the corner. There's Keating. Keating will put it up. It's blocked, and now the rebound by Moore was blocked by Sheehan. But the Cougars couldn't get anything behind the block, and the Hawks capitalize. Here's Dickerson. Puts it up, no good. Rebound Keating on the far side. Covered by Dickerson.
Ooh.
Nearly lost his footing there. Sheehan over to Miller again. Going to let a three go. It's no good. Miller can't get it to fly. But Haddon Township continuing to dominate in the paint. That time it's Nate Keening.
I'll tell you what, Colin. One of the hardest things to deal with as a basketball team is when you're letting up second chances down low.
That one's put up there for Schalick. It's Will Szyminski checking in, and it's his first points of the night.
Still in that 2-3 defense. You have at this point in the game, if you're Schalick, you have to speed them up offensively. It's not probably not the biggest part of their game, but it's something they do so well. Is playing in a half-court set. You have to play man-to-man. You have to put bodies on bodies and speed up this basketball team on the offensive side. If you want to make this one look just a little bit respectable here for the Cougars, James Turner, as they get that bucket to go down low.
That was Dylan Sheehan finally getting something to go. Miller's continuing to let it fly on the other side. It was no good. So Schalick, 2 straight defensive stops against the Hawks. There's Miller again. There's Sheehan, gonna let one go. It's no good. And rebounded by Wallaby. Taken up by Dickerson. Dickerson with under a minute to go in the third quarter. Dickerson ball got punched out. Another foul on Sheehan. That's going to be his third. And the clock will continue to run with the NJSIAA's new rule implemented this year. The clock is running. It will only stop for fouls, timeouts, and injuries. It won't stop even if Schalick gets it within 35 points. So kind of like the football rule. We saw it a couple times on DWB, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Think about that. Just kind of like that football rule.
But they're kind of implementing it in New Jersey basketball this year for the first time. 20 seconds to go. Dickerson and Baldwin playing pass up top. Back over Dickerson. Long two will let it go. It's no good. Nearly rebounded by Sheehan, but now it's Black there. 10 seconds to go. Black taking it down. Haddon Township going to have to speed it up here. Over to Moore. Moore will kick it out. Miller, he's 0 for 4 on threes today, but finally gets his first one to go at the buzzer. And Haddon Township, if it wasn't already, cements the game with a big three at the end of the third quarter and extend their big-time lead even more, a 40-point lead heading into the fourth quarter. We'll be back. Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. It's Schalick and Haddon Township. And we welcome you back to Haddon Township, the George Mayer Gymnasium in Westmont, New Jersey. And we'll take a look at the standings for the Schalick's division in 2026. Overbrook at the top. Obviously, Pennsville at the bottom. Schalick's just kind of in the middle of the pack. Obviously, sitting at 5-5. They'll move to 5-6 after this non-conference loss. And on the other side, for Haddon Township, they're atop theirs. They'll move to 11 wins after this. Obviously, Collingswood at the bottom. Lindenwold, Gateway, Audubon, and Gloucester from bottom to top. A solid Colonial Division. Haddon Township up top, but there is Chase Perrone putting it up for Haddon Township as most of the Hawks starters have checked out. Peter Black remains in the game as well as Moore. Two of the only starters still in as that one's put up by Dylan Sheehan, and it is good. The clock will continue to wind no matter what. Haddon Township still with the 40-point lead. Up top, Crawford. That one nearly taken away by Baldwin and Dickerson. Now it's Peter Black. Peter Black, one of the better ball handlers in South Jersey, I think it's safe to say. That one, great pass for Perrone on the inside and got in right on cue. Peter Black just controlling this game down the stretch.
Beautiful. Just beautiful basketball, Colin. It isn't about, for Haddon Township, it isn't about, oh, I can score 15. It isn't about, I'm at 8 points, I can maybe have 20 tonight. It's about who can score with the best shot and the best look in this possession. And that's why it's been so beautiful tonight for the Hawks.
And there's Black still playing with intensity, falling to the ground. That one was kicked away by, I believe it was Moore.
You can see the motor that Peter Black has. He's never going to lose it. You know, triple zeros on the clock is when he turns it off. It's just beautiful to watch, especially on the defensive side, something that's looked for so much in basketball.
It's fun to watch. Dickerson up top, going to work on Black. He plays good defense, too. Good pass on the inside of Sheehan, but it's intercepted by Moore. Now taken right back there by Simzinski, and now put up and rebounded by Moore. And taken down for Haddon Township. Here's Axel Moore. Will put it up, and taking a charge is Schalick, and we'll go back the other way. So Dylan Sheehan still, just like we said about Peter Black, still playing with that intensity down the stretch, even down 42.
You talk about Dylan Sheehan, he's been turning it up a lot for Schalick. Even in this loss, like you said, down 42 points. He's another player on the other side of this basketball game who will not turn off the motor until he sees that the clock is completely done.
Timeout called on the basketball court.
And
not exactly sure by who. I don't know who called it.
Yeah, me neither. We thank you for joining us again on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. This broadcast is brought to you by RCSJ Gloucester, the premier community college of New Jersey. Become a Roadrunner today. For athletic recruiting at rcroadrunners.com and visit rcsj.edu for academic info. We'll have some RCSJ baseball soon enough in the spring season as Dan goes to work on that schedule. Getting later here in the winter season, already in January, already the middle of January. It's pretty hard to believe. But as we talked about gearing up for playoffs, both these teams, Haddon Township's going to be obviously there, and Schalick's just competing to get there. They're sitting right on the border right now. We talked about it pregame at the number 16 in Group 1. Clayton and Glassboro behind them. Just in front of them, it's Gateway, New Egypt, and Wildwood. Two short conference teams there at 13 and 14. But Haddon Township, they're just competing to, get the highest seed they can. They're going to move to win 11 today, and as that ball's turned over by Schalick, they're going to look to kind of take over Salem, who's up top there, and then Palmyra, who we saw on DWB last night with a good win against Delran.
That was a great game, yeah.
And then behind them is Kip at the number 4.
Haddon Township has to keep it up, even in Group 3, Group 1. A lot of good teams, even in their division like Audubon, Gloucester, they're coming right behind them.
Right to that, Saminsky nearly didn't get the rebound. Baldwin got it. That shot's put up no good. Rebounded by Dylan Sheehan. Still working hard in the paint. Over to Saminsky. He's going to let another 3 fly. It's no good. And rebounded Peter Black there, nearly taken away by Baldwin, Dickerson, but they get Dickerson for the foul.
You talk about Peter Black able to grab that rebound down off of the rim as he checks out of the game. Not great height on Black, but great strength. Stout body, a little bit shorter.
And that might be the last we see of him tonight as he checks out. On the Haddon Township side, getting the ball there is Thomas Sheehan, the younger brother of Iman, and it's nearly turned over right away. Getting some JV guys some work here as checking out tonight, Excel Moore, Excellent showing for him tonight. Again, Schalick. That three's going to go for Perrone. He knocks down another. Chase Perrone, kind of that first guy off the bench. That's his 11th three of the campaign. Averaging about 5 points a game for the Haddon Township Hawks off the bench. He's been that borderline starter. We saw him start against Audubon last time the Hawks were featured on DWB. But another JV guy checking in, Charles Blank for Haddon Township. That one's put up by Sheehan again. Dickerson looking to get it to go again, and the free throws will come for Dickerson. He'll go to the line. Under 4 minutes to go. The clock will continue to run. Colin Morris, Damian Waiters with you on DWB. Once again.
And if you're Schalick when it comes to those standings and when it comes to the making the playoffs, like you said, just on the cusp at the 16th seed, you can't really hold your breath. There's a lot of basketball that needs to be played for both of these teams.
That's what it's got to be for Schalick, although they're going to take a crushing defeat on this Saturday morning matchup. They're going to have to get ready for down the line, and for that, Dickerson knocks down his free throw. For them next, it's Tuesday the 20th. They'll travel to Overbrook to take on another tough opponent. And then it's back at home versus Pittman and Gateway as Perrone lets a three go and got it. Chase Perrone just continuing to get him to go. A 68 spot for the Hawks so far. And then on Tuesday the 27th, it's at Pennsgrove. And then Thursday, it's back home against Salem. So Schalick's going to end up sitting at 5-6 after this game as Jacob Schalick is fouled. And they'll be sitting at 5-6 after this one, and their schedule really doesn't get much easier. So it'll be exciting to see that. On the other side for Haddon Township, well, we'll be back here in just a couple days with DWB. It'll be Tuesday. They'll be back at home against Audubon for their season series finale. And we're excited for that one. We saw the first matchup in the first week of the year. As second free throw is no good for Schalick. And a foul that will go the Hawks' way. And then it's kind of this 5-game homestand Haddon Township has going. Obviously, Collingswood on Thursday, and then it's today, and then it's at home on Tuesday against Audubon, at home against Haddonfield as that one doesn't go, and then it's home against Gloucester to finish out their homestand so far. They're going to move to 2-0 on the homestand, and then a big game against Audubon coming up. That three is no good for Schalick. Now coming back down, there is Sheehan under the net who gets one to go. Ryan Gallagher getting his first points of the new year.
It's a good way to push the pace for Haddon Township. Even the younger guys, being up by so much. It's just great basketball being played. Still throwing, they're still throwing, trying to get the ball down court as much as they can. No out of control shots.
And that was Ryan Gallagher, the sophomore. He only appeared against Palmyra back on the 29th, 1 rebound, and gets his first varsity points of his young career. So congrats to Ryan Gallagher for that. But there's Schalick putting it up. He'll get the foul to go as the clock continues to run down, under 40 seconds now, and this could be the final possession we see this morning in Haddon Township.
Just complete dominance for the Hawks, but they didn't really do it as much as you would see. They didn't really do it as much as you would see. For as much as you would see like a good basketball game, a bunch of straight 3-point shots, a bunch of good dribbling, kicking out. It wasn't flashy basketball in such a highly scoring game for Haddon Township. Able to score 70. Last shot right here. It wasn't flashy basketball today for Haddon Township, but nonetheless, the half court tempo, the half court sets, the slowing the game down, and then picking the pace back up when they needed to helped them a lot.
Well, Haddon Township walks away with a 70-23 victory, dominating fashion at home. They improved to 2-0 on the homestand, and for Schalick, well, they'll get ready for a tough Overbrook opponent on the road again on Tuesday the 20th.
Yeah, it was a lot. In this game, you saw Axel Moore, you saw Nate Keating, you saw the size dominance really dominated when it need to for Haddon Township. Able to get down there. A lot of bounce passes, and just a lot of fundamental basketball for the Hawks. For Schalick, they wanted to get a good amount going. I feel as if they took too many threes towards the basket early on. The defense kind of slowed up early on a little bit as well. The first half was a complete dominance. Second half was a little bit slower for Haddon Township, but the first half is really where they were able to show their stride and show why they should win this game and why they did.
And they get it done today. Haddon Township picks up the win. From our entire crew, our social media coordinator, Haley Mejia, our graphics crew, Caleb Lane, Carson Rosso, Fisher Giannotti, our producer, the man himself, Mr. Dan Wilkins, my color commentator, Damian Waiters. It was great to be back with you, Dame.
Absolutely, Colin, as well as you.
My name's Colin Morris. Thanks for watching on DWB. Haddon Township picks up the win 70